Staring at the tapestry above the bed you gave me. I still haven't washed my sheets, 'cause I still smell you in the bed you used to rest your head on. How the hell am I supposed to see? Can we both face our demons?
Do you like matcha? How often do you drink it? In recent years, matcha has been becoming an explosive boom all over the world. The exports also have reached the highest record of 29.2 billion yen in 2023. The reason why matcha is so popular is overseas because it's recognized as a superfood, the taste, and a variety of drink menus. The matcha powder is now one of must-buy souvenirs from Japan. So in today's video, I'm sharing a basic knowledge about matcha for beginners. You can know which brand you should buy, how to make a good matcha, and how Japanese enjoy the matcha powder. You can learn a basic knowledge of matcha with this video. Lastly, I'm sharing my favorite matcha sweets recipe. You should try it out. With this matcha boom, prices have skyrocketed and their few stocks are available, so I think some people have been unable to buy it. As a result, many unknown matcha brands and products are being sold. I recommend you to try the long-established matcha brands such as Tsujiri, Koyama-e, and Ippodo. You might have heard of them before. Because they've been cultivated in the trust over a long history, its unchanging quality, and its unique culture. My favorite brand is Ippodo. With a history of more than 300 years, they have continued to maintain the quality and the trust of tea. They carry many kinds of matcha, each with its own unique flavor. Ippodo's matcha is varied depending on the production area and production method. The more advanced, the aroma of matcha is better, the taste is mellow, the less bitterness, the umami and sweetness is rich. Let me introduce some of my favorites. Hatsumukashi is quite reasonable. It costs 756 yen for 40 grams. It's characterized a refreshing taste like fresh green leaves. Highly recommended for making it sticky and adding some water and ice. Sayaka no Mukashi tastes umami as well as mellow taste. If you like to feel more umami flavor, you should try at least 1,000 yen for 10 grams above. I likely could get Ummo no Mukashi this time, which is high grade, tastes very strong umami and can enjoy the aftertaste. They say that we have a certain amount of stocks every day, but the arrival time varies day to day. However, many items sell out so quickly, so it is difficult to buy something if you go to the store. There are places nationwide where you can buy Ippodo products other than their physical stores. For example, souvenir shops in Kyoto, major department stores, and high-end supermarkets such as Meiji and Kinokuniya. Luckily, I found the last matcha at Kinokuniya supermarket. These specialty stores exist all over the country, especially in Shizuoka, Kyoto, and Saitama prefectures, which are famous for tea production areas. I found a tea shop in Tokyo that has been operating in Shizuoka for about 100 years, so decided to buy some matcha from here. Nakamura's tea has been grown completely pesticide-free for about 30 years and JSA certified. There are many brands you may not know at the supermarket, so it's a good idea to choose tea from famous tea production areas. In addition to the previously mentioned Kyoto, Shizuoka, and Saidan Prefecture, Aichi and Fukuoka are also famous. Powdered green tea in a similar package is also commonly found at a supermarket. They both look like green powder but different in raw materials. To put it simply, matcha is powder with ground tea, tencha. Tencha refers to the method of covering the tea leaves and cultivating them, then steaming and drying them without rubbing. The label clearly states matcha and the name of the raw material is often written as green tea. Please check the product label before purchasing. Now, I'll show you how to make matcha. To brew a good matcha, the tip is to pay attention to the temperature. First of all, please be prepared these items: tea bowl, jashaku, chasen, hot water, and matcha. Warm up the tea bowl and chasen. When the tea bowl is cold, the temperature of the tea drops and loses some matcha flavor. The chasen can be warmed to prevent it from breaking. If you have stored matcha in the refrigerator, opening it suddenly will cause it to absorb moisture. So please let it return to the room temperature before opening it. Put about 2 spoonfuls of matcha and sift it. It's important to cool down the hot water once and adjust it to the appropriate temperature. Add 70 cc of the hot water. If the temperature is too high, the bitterness and astringency may come out strongly, and the original sweetness and umami may be lost. If the water temperature is too low, the tea will not form well and the bitterness and astringency will become more standout. Use a whisk snap to bubble it quickly. When the foam is up, bring the tip of the chasen to the surface of the foam. Move it slowly and find the foam. If the surface of the matcha is wet with a fine texture like cream, it's done. Then let me have it. The rich, mellow flavor spreads smoothly in my mouth, and I can enjoy the sweetness, depth, and umami of matcha. If you stir it enough, the powder will not remain as a clump. Matcha is a 100% natural raw material and very delicate, so you need to store properly not to deteriorate the quality and the taste. If it is unopened with a high temperature, usually they can maintain the quality for 6 months. After opening, put the matcha in a container that can be sealed, such as a can or Ziploc, and seal it completely. Matcha is very weak to humidity, and if it absorbs moisture, the flavor will be less. So I usually put some silica packs. Also put one more extra Ziploc not to absorb the smell of other foods. It is basic to store it in a cool and dark place. Now it's the middle of summer and it's super hot here, so I put them in the fridge. After opening, it is recommended to use it up in about 2 weeks in summer and 1 month in winter. It's best to consume the high-quality matcha as soon as possible. This time, I'd like to compare the prices and flavors of these 4 types of matcha. The first matcha is from Aichi Prefecture and I bought it at the supermarket. And the second one is Hatsumukashi from Ippodo. The third one is organic matcha from Nakamura. The last one is also from Ippodo, Unmon no Mukashi. There are prices per 10 gram each. The price increases from left to right. Let's see how much the taste differs depending on the prices. It said that bright green is high quality and whitish or reddish ones may be inferior quality. What do you think? Can you tell the high quality by the colors? Apparently, the third one looks dingy color. This time I asked my dad to test them and we'll see how he answers. The best matcha he picked by the scent is Ippodo Matcha of Unmon no Mukashi. The most liked matcha he picked is number 4, Unmon no Mukashi. The third one tastes strong bitterness, so recommended for those who like bitterness. He said the first one is not matcha. The most pricey matcha is the best. I taste like the first one is bitter, grassy, and astringent. It has a bitter taste but still feels refreshing. The bitterness is very strong and acrid. The particles are larger than the others and the texture is not so smooth. It has a slight bitterness, but it's more sweetened than that, has a deep, rich savory flavor and melts in my mouth. I don't say the expensive matcha are good and cheap ones are bad. Each matcha has its own appropriate way of drinking. Usually we drink the high-grade matcha with hot or cold water only to taste the original flavor of matcha. If you make it into a latte or a syrup, you won't be able to taste the original sweetness and umami that much. On the other hand, bitter matcha is perfect for lattes, and if you add some milk, you can still taste the matcha and makes it well-balanced latte. Please try the different ways to enjoy matcha. Lastly, I share my easy and healthy matcha sweet recipe. You don't need any skill and special equipment, just follow my instruction. Let's start cooking. Put 1 egg in a mug or heat-resistant container. Add 30 grams of rice flour. Yes, it is gluten-free. Add 3 grams of baking powder. Then add some matcha powder. I add 6 grams this time, but you could add some more if you like. It's better to use the bitter one. Add 1 spoon of maple syrup. It could be honey or brown sugar, even skip it. Mix well until there's no lump. If the texture becomes like this, it's done. Put it in the microwave. Heat it at 600 watts for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, it's done. It's so fluffy yet chewy texture. It's a perfect for quick breakfast or snack. If you feel like you need more sweetness, I recommend eating it with red bean paste. It's easy and delicious, so give it a try. Today, I introduce you to the basic ways to enjoy matcha. I hope you will be able to enjoy matcha more deliciously after knowing the basics. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.